We're thinking the Nitty Gritty was popular, probably the most popular of all the dance venues downtown. The address was 328 Main Street. Many of you remember it as Mathis Gallery. The current business is the Main Street Bakery. I've been there many times. It's very, very good. Now, the Nitty Gritty was started in 1965 by a group of 3 Park High School guys. Chuck and Grassi, Brian Shovers, and this guy here, Craig Kolbitz. Now, we are indeed honored that one of these 3 founding members came all the way from Seattle just to be with us today to see his old band friends and to reminisce about the starting of the Gritty. So I'd like to welcome Mr. Craig Kolbitz.
I'd like to talk a little bit more about the beginning of the Nitty Gritty, because it was kind of unusual for kids to be making a dance club by themselves, and so I'd like to tell you how the Nitty Gritty got started. We were given the Nitty Gritty. We started the Nitty Gritty in the summer of 1965. And we were juniors in high school, and Brian Shovers and I were trying to find a spot for a teenage nightclub. The problem was we had to have a membership to go to any of the existing teenage nightclubs. So we decided, well, maybe we can find a spot where we can actually do our own deal. As it turned out, just 2 blocks away at 328 Main Street, we found the perfect spot for the venue. This location had been proposed as a bar, but had been turned down by the licensing board because it was too close to a church. And so they were unable to get a license to operate. We wound up talking to the owner of the property, Mr. Arnold Goodman, and he agreed to lease it to us for $175 a month to be used as the teenage nightclub. So in the process of selecting the location, Brian and I thought we needed a third party. So we round out our team by inviting Chuck and Grassi to join us at the club. And I'll have to give credit to Chuck for coming up with the name Nitty Gritty. And we, after signing our lease, we started to do the hard work of designing and building the space for the Nitty Gritty, with the goal of opening in September, just before school started. Well, you might imagine what our parents were thinking about this teenage nightclub idea. But from my recollection, our parents seemed okay with the idea and made individual deals with each of us to fund the renovation of the space. As we worked on the Gritty, there was what I don't recall as doing any advertising, because we had word of mouth, and the word of mouth spread, and plenty of people, mostly teens, thought that it was a cool idea and wanted to support the effort. On opening night, we had enough people to show us that we were on the right track. And from that point on, the business kept growing, and Friday night was the best night to attend. Our patrons were mostly teens from Seattle area schools, Horlick, Park, and St. Cat's. You know, and when it came to bands, we didn't know any bands. We really, we were refugees from the Y dances, and so we wound up we knew Lenny Giuliani of the Saints, and thought that his band might be willing to perform at the Gritty. And as it turned out, in the late '60s, we were on the cusp of a small band revolution in Racine, and over the years we tried to expand that music offering from rock and roll to blues, and we also tried to bring bands from other cities like Milwaukee, Janesville, and Madison. We owe a great deal to all the band members from the cities from Racine. I'd like to, in closing, I'd like to say that we, sadly we closed in 1968, and it was too bad from our perspective, but it was time for us to move on. And in closing, I'd like to thank all the people who participated in the Nitty Gritty, and I'd like to give a big shout out to all the band members sitting in the first row, and to the bands and the band members who performed at the venue. So thanks very much, and it's nice to be in your scene. Thank you.